The moment your paycheck arrives, your brain often urges you toward impulsive spending, treating your hard-earned income like a surprise gift. Instead of viewing money as a strategic tool, most people fall into the trap of paying bills and spending on fleeting wants. The result is a cycle where nothing is left for savings, leaving you vulnerable and unable to build any meaningful long-term wealth. To break this cycle, you must reverse the process entirely by paying yourself first and giving every single dollar a clear purpose. The foundation of financial success begins with an honest assessment of your true necessities, such as housing, basic food, and essential utilities. It is crucial to exclude lifestyle inflation, like daily expensive coffee or unused subscriptions, which often masquerade as needs in your budget. Once you identify these core expenses, you must protect your financial reputation by ensuring all debt payments are made on time every month. Even a single missed payment can significantly damage your credit score, which acts as the gatekeeper to your future borrowing power and opportunities. This phase is about establishing discipline and clarity, setting the stage for growth by distinguishing between your essential needs and discretionary wants. After covering your basic survival costs and debt obligations, your next priority is to build a robust emergency fund for life's surprises. Cars break down, appliances fail, and unexpected medical bills appear, often forcing unprepared individuals into high-interest debt when they least expect it. A solid goal is to save 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses in an account that remains liquid and easily accessible. If your monthly necessities total $2,800, you should aim for an emergency fund ranging from $8,000 to $16,000. You do not need to save this entire amount overnight. Simply build it gradually, treating it as your primary shield against future financial instability. The purpose of this fund is not to chase high returns, but to provide the stability and peace of mind you need to thrive. Once your emergency fund is established, you can finally shift your focus toward long-term wealth building through consistent and strategic investing. If your employer offers a retirement plan with matching contributions, this should be your first destination for every dollar you invest. Employer matching is essentially free money, offering an immediate return on your investment that is nearly impossible to find anywhere else. For instance, if your company matches 4% of your salary, contributing that amount ensures you double your money before growth even begins. Beyond the employer match, try to invest at least 10% of your total income toward retirement to harness the power of compounding. The earlier you begin this journey, the more time your money has to grow exponentially, turning small monthly contributions into significant future wealth. Someone investing $400 per month starting at age 25 could accumulate over $1 million by the time they reach retirement. Waiting just 10 years to start can dramatically reduce that final hand. That when it comes to investing, time is your greatest asset. Many people spend months researching complex stocks, but in reality, a simple, low-cost, and diversified index fund is sufficient for most investors. You do not need to predict market movements or pick winning stocks. You simply need to invest consistently and stay the course long-term. Once your retirement investing is underway, you should turn your attention to aggressively eliminating any remaining non-mortgage debt you might carry. There are 2 primary approaches to this: the avalanche method and the snowball method, both of which offer different psychological and mathematical benefits. The avalanche method prioritizes debts with the highest interest rates, which saves you the most money over the life of your loans. Alternatively, the snowball method focuses on paying off the smallest balances first, providing quick wins that build the motivation to keep going. Both strategies are effective, so the most important thing is to choose one that aligns with your personality and stick to it. As your debt decreases, you will find more capital becomes available, which you can then redirect toward even more aggressive saving and investing. Beyond workplace plans, consider opening additional retirement accounts that offer tax advantages, allowing your investments to grow more efficiently over many years. Regular investment accounts are also excellent tools for building wealth, though you must be mindful of the tax implications when selling assets. This is why successful investors maintain a long-term perspective, avoiding the urge to buy and sell based on short-term market fluctuations or emotions. They allow their investments to grow steadily, minimizing unnecessary taxes and keeping their eyes fixed on their ultimate financial goals. The final, most critical step that makes this entire system function reliably is the implementation of full financial automation. Willpower is notoriously unreliable, and motivation often fades, but automation removes human emotion from the equation entirely, ensuring progress happens automatically. When your money moves according to a preset plan, you achieve your financial goals whether you feel motivated to save that day or not. A simple system involves your paycheck arriving and immediate, automatic transfers being sent to your savings, emergency fund, and various investment accounts. This process repeats every single pay period, eliminating the need for constant decision-making, excuses, or the risk of forgetting to move your money. The biggest mistake people make with automation is failing to update it as their financial situation evolves over the passing years. When your income rises, your savings rate should rise proportionally, and when a debt is finally eliminated, those payments should be redirected toward investments. Your financial system should be a living, breathing structure that improves and adapts as your own financial health continues to grow stronger. Building wealth is not a complicated process, but it does require a commitment to knowing your necessities and staying current on debt. By building an emergency fund, investing consistently, paying down debt strategically, and automating everything, you create a path to lasting freedom. Most people never follow a system long enough to see the results, but those who do often discover that success is about consistency. Financial success is less about earning extraordinary amounts of money and more about directing every dollar with clear, intentional purpose. Treat every single paycheck like a building block for your future, carefully placing it into the foundation you are working to construct. Set up your system today, let it run in the background of your life, and watch as your financial situation transforms over time. Years from now, you will be incredibly glad you started this process when everyone else was still wondering where their money went. It is about shifting your mindset from passive spending to active management, where every transaction serves a specific role in your plan. By keeping your fixed costs low, you create the breathing room necessary to fund your future self before you ever touch your paycheck. Remember that your credit score is a reflection of your discipline, and maintaining it is essential for your long-term financial flexibility. The emergency fund acts as your insurance policy, ensuring that a single bad day does not derail your entire financial trajectory. Investing early is the secret weapon of the wealthy, as it allows compound interest to do the heavy lifting over several decades. Do not let the complexity of the financial world intimidate you. Keep your strategy simple, diversified, and focused on the long term. Debt can be a heavy anchor, but with a systematic approach, you can systematically dismantle it and reclaim your financial independence. Automation is the bridge between your intentions and your reality, turning your financial goals into a predictable and inevitable outcome. Stay patient and disciplined, because the compounding effect of your small, consistent actions will eventually lead to massive, life-changing results. Start today, maintain your system, and you will secure the financial freedom you deserve for the rest of your life. The moment your paycheck hits your bank account, your brain immediately begins making subconscious decisions about how to spend that money. You might think of a new gadget, takeout, or clothes you have been eyeing online, mentally spending funds before they arrive. Most people treat each paycheck like a surprise gift, but those first moments are actually the foundation for building real wealth. The problem is that most people lack a clear system, letting money disappear into rent, subscriptions, and daily expenses without explanation. People who build wealth do something different. They follow a strict routine, understanding that every paycheck is part of their future. Most people pay bills and spend what they want, hoping to save whatever remains, which usually results in absolutely nothing left over. Successful people reverse this process by paying themselves first, giving every single dollar a specific purpose, and making money work harder. Financial success is not just about earning more money, it is about having a reliable system that manages what you earn. Someone earning $50,000 and investing consistently can end up in a stronger position than someone earning double but spending everything. The first step is understanding exactly where your money goes by calculating how much of your income is spent on true necessities. These necessities include housing, basic food, transportation, utilities, and healthcare, but they do not include streaming services or daily coffee runs. Many people convince themselves that every expense is necessary, but being honest about the difference between needs and wants is essential. As a general guideline, if more than 60% of your take-home pay goes toward true necessities, you must reevaluate your situation. Imagine someone earning $80,000 per year, taking home $5,000 monthly, with rent, food, and transport totaling $2,900. That represents 58% of their income, showing that core expenses are often manageable if you track them with total honesty. The real problem is usually the hundreds of dollars spent on small, harmless-looking purchases that become significant when added together over time. Once you identify your true necessities, you finally know exactly how much money is available for your wealth-building journey each month. The next step is making sure your debt payments are current, which is not about eliminating all debt, but protecting your reputation. Your credit score affects mortgage rates, loan approvals, and even employment opportunities, making it a critical asset in your financial life. The system is simple. Make every required payment on time, because a single missed payment can damage your credit score significantly. It is not an exciting habit, but it is one of the most important foundations for long-term success in personal finance. After covering necessities and debt, it is time to focus on your emergency fund, which protects you from life's inevitable surprises. Cars break down, appliances fail, and medical bills appear. But without savings, these events often force people into high-interest debt. A good goal is saving 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses in an account that you can access very quickly. If your monthly necessities total $2,800, that means building an emergency fund of roughly $9,000 to $16,000. You do not need to save it all immediately. Just build it gradually, as the purpose of this fund is stability, not returns. Keep it simple with a high-yield savings account, because the real benefit is the peace of mind that comes with financial security. Knowing you can handle unexpected problems changes how you approach your life and work, reducing stress and increasing your overall focus. Once your emergency fund is established, you can finally focus on building long-term wealth, where investing becomes your primary priority. If your employer offers a retirement plan with matching contributions, start there, as employer matching is a powerful financial opportunity. If you contribute money and your employer matches part of it, you are receiving an immediate, guaranteed return on your investment. For example, if your company matches 4% of a $60,000 salary, contributing $2,400 earns you another $2,400. Very few investments offer that kind of guaranteed return, making it the most logical place to begin your wealth-building journey. Beyond the match, aim to invest around 10% of your income for retirement, because the earlier you begin, the better. The more time you give your money, the more powerful compound growth becomes, turning small monthly contributions into significant long-term wealth. Someone investing $400 per month, starting at age 25, could accumulate $1 million by retirement with steady growth. Waiting 10 years to start dramatically reduces the final result, proving that when it comes to long-term investing, time truly matters. Many people spend months researching complex investments and never begin, but in reality, a simple diversified index fund is enough. You do not need to predict markets or pick winning stocks. You simply need to invest consistently and stay invested long-term. Once retirement investing is underway, focus on eliminating non-mortgage debt using either the avalanche or the snowball method for repayment. The avalanche method prioritizes the highest interest rate debts first, saving the most money mathematically over the life of the loan. The snowball method focuses on the smallest balances first, creating quick wins that build the motivation needed to stay the course. Both strategies work, so the important thing is choosing one and staying committed until your debt is completely cleared away. As debt decreases, more money becomes available for saving and investing, accelerating your path toward true financial independence and freedom. Beyond workplace plans, you may eventually open additional investment accounts that offer tax advantages to help your wealth grow efficiently. Regular investment accounts can also help build wealth, though you must be mindful of taxes that apply when investments are sold. This is why successful investors think long-term, avoiding constant buying and selling while minimizing unnecessary taxes and emotional decision-making. The final step that makes the entire system work is automation, which removes the unreliability of human willpower from your finances. Motivation comes and goes, but automation ensures that progress happens automatically, whether you feel like saving money that day or not. A simple system might look like this. Your paycheck arrives, and an automatic transfer sends money to your various savings goals. Additional transfers move money toward your emergency fund, retirement accounts, or other goals, repeating every single pay period without fail. There are no decisions to make, no excuses to invent, and no forgotten transfers when you let technology handle the heavy lifting. The biggest mistake people make with automation is never updating it as their financial situation improves or their income rises. When your income rises, your savings should rise too. When debt is eliminated, those payments should be redirected toward your investments. Your financial system should evolve as your situation improves, keeping your money working as hard as possible for your future. Building wealth is not complicated. Know your necessities, stay current on debt, build a fund, invest consistently, and automate everything. Most people never follow a system long enough to see results, but those who do often discover that success is about purpose. Treat every paycheck like a building block for your future. Set up the system once and let it run on autopilot. Years from now, you will be glad you started this journey when everyone else was still wondering where their money went. By directing your money with purpose today, you ensure that your financial future is built on a foundation of lasting stability.